So I got the On Cloudeclipse, I guess it was about 6 months ago now. I got it for my birthday. My wife got it for me for my birthday back in January. So I've been running in the shoe now for 6 months, pretty consistently for 6 months actually. And after the run tomorrow, it will put me at a little bit over 600 kilometers in the shoe. So for this video, I want to talk about the On Cloudeclipse after 600 kilometers. Talk about some of my likes, talk about some of my dislikes, and just overall kind of my thoughts on the shoe. So it is now Sunday morning. It's about 5:30 a.m. obviously 5:30 in the morning. Just out on a really easy run. And on this run, I'll talk about the things I like about the On Cloudeclipse and things that I don't really like about the shoe after 600 kilometers. So I think overall though, I'm gonna say that I definitely like the shoe a lot more than I don't like the shoe. I'll just quickly go off the top of my head on some of the things that I've liked about the shoe since I've been running in it now for, I guess, almost 6 months. I feel like it always goes by so fast because it feels like I just got the shoe, but got it back in January. Fix the camera a bit here. Got it back in January, and I'd say, yeah, it's probably been like my main daily trainer since back in January, and now it has 600 kilometers on it as of this run. So yeah, over the time running in the shoe, it's definitely become one of my favorites, and some of the many things that I like about the shoe are probably its versatility. I feel like when I got the shoe, I was looking for a shoe that could kind of do more than just one thing. I wanted it to be pretty padded and pretty protective, which it is, but then also be able to turn up the pace a little bit, which you definitely can do. It's maybe not the best when you're like really trying to go for it, but overall for just like easy runs up to like, you know, kind of mid-effort runs, it's really nice because that kind of speed board in there really does help kind of stabilize the shoe as well as, you know, help you actually kind of pick up the pace a little bit, which is nice. The shoe's also really lightweight, which is also really nice. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of shoe companies lately kind of forget, is that even if you have a lot of padding in a shoe, you really want to keep it lightweight, which is nice that On did that for this shoe. Another thing that I really like about it is probably how like loose the shoe fits. Now I know that I could just get like a bigger size in other shoe brands, but I feel like all shoes kind of fit like a little bit differently. I'm pretty consistently a 10.5 US, and I feel like if there's like an example of what a 10.5 US fits like for me, it would be on the On Cloudeclipse. Fits really nice. I got a really good like midfoot lockdown and a lot of toe space, which really makes the shoe like honestly overall comfortable. I feel like more room like that in the toe box is really nice, especially for more easy some sprinklers going there for some I guess more easy recovery shoes, because I find when you're running slow, that's usually when form kind of, for me anyway, slips a little bit, and that's when I'll tend to start kind of like sliding a little bit instead of running. And you know, if the shoe doesn't have a lot of room up there, you know, it can definitely hurt a little bit. But yeah, just overall, I feel like we're in 2025 now, so most shoes are really good. It's hard to find kind of a bad shoe from one of the bigger brands, I think, especially if you're looking at some of their more mainstream stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like go over like super detailed specs and talk about like why certain things work and why they don't. I really believe in like, you know, you enjoy a shoe more because of a feeling towards it, not because of like, you know, numbers that kind of make up the shoe. And I think overall, that's what I really liked about the shoe, is that I just never don't want to run in it. I always feel like you can kind of just do, that's 2K. I always feel like I can kind of just do everything that I need for it, or need from it, unless I want to go like really fast in like a track session. Then yeah, maybe I won't use it, but wouldn't be the worst shoe ever for that, to be honest. But yeah, with that will kind of get me to really only one negative that I can really think about with this shoe. It's honestly kind of something really weird, and it is the speed board. Not what the speed board does, but the location of it. It's really low down in the shoe, and it's not so much a problem now, but when you're running in the winter, especially here in Canada, a lot of salt on the ground, and basically every step you'd hear like the crunch of that speed board hitting the salt. And even if you're on roads that aren't like this, these are pretty clear. If they're not super clear and you have like a lot of pebbles and stuff, you'll hear it. And it actually has held up well, but initially I was worried that it wouldn't. And also it's just kind of annoying. I just felt that, like, you know, sometimes I don't want to run with music. You just kind of want to listen to your footsteps, and that noise would really get annoying sometimes. I'm about to give another negative, and there's a skunk on the road over there. I don't know how well GoPro's gonna pick that up, because it shoots in such wide angle that sometimes picking up small things like that might not be easy. But another negative that I have, again, nothing huge, ties into the previous point, was that it's not great for winter running. The grip on the shoe isn't great, so it's kind of slippery if there's a bit of snow. And with those kind of like air pockets or whatever they are, snow would definitely get in them, and then it would kind of defeat the purpose of them, because sometimes it would get in there and it would freeze, and then the shoe would be like, you know, really hard to, I guess not hard, it would just not be that comfortable anymore until you would stop, bang out the snow, and then keep going. So yeah, I guess really the only kind of negative that I have on the shoe is that it's not great to run in the winter. One more kind of final thing that I'll touch on is what's just kind of like okay about the shoe. That's the durability. I feel like it's, you know, it's okay. I'm at 600K in the shoe now. It's holding up pretty well. I've had shoes hold up better. I've had shoes hold up worse. But yeah, I guess it's kind of somewhere right in the middle, where probably still has some energy, or does still have some life to give in it. But yeah, probably nothing insane. But yeah, it's pretty good actually. Like, honestly, it still feels pretty good. I'll say maybe the foam isn't quite as responsive as like day one, but it's not super far off, so that's good. I'd say it's like a pretty okay thing about this shoe. That was 4K in as well.
So with all that being said, those are my thoughts on the On Cloudeclipse after 600 kilometers. I will probably push them for another maybe 100 kilometers. I think the durability has been pretty good, but I think they're definitely starting to get maybe to kind of the end of their life, which I can't complain about though, to be honest. Like, getting a shoe past 500 kilometers, usually I'm really happy with. So to have it, you know, going to 700, I think will be totally fine. Maybe 800, we'll see. But yeah, overall, those are my thoughts on the shoe. I think it's been a shoe that I've enjoyed a lot. And yeah, it's a shoe that I would definitely consider getting again at some point. But I also like to try a variety of shoes, so I'm not quite sure if that will happen. But if you're looking to get the On Cloudeclipse, definitely a shoe to recommend. I feel like it's very versatile. It can do a lot. Maybe the only downside to it is if it's the winter, which thankfully right now here in Canada it is not right now. But yeah, if it's the winter, or it's a bit icy or snowy or salty, yeah, it might not be the best. Yeah, if you're just running on like some decently flat, kind of smooth roads, it's a great shoe, really comfortable, allows you to cruise really well. There's just not a lot of downsides to the shoe, which is great. Yeah, I have it right here. Yeah, it's a shoe that I've really enjoyed over the past 6 months, and it's a shoe that I think many people would really enjoy. It feels like a shoe that can just honestly do a lot. And yeah, that's it though. Those are my thoughts on the On Cloudeclipse after 600 kilometers. If you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.